Wee wah wah wee wah. The next thing that we are going to use as part of this cinema rig is the Atomos Ninja 5. And I bought this simply because I don't want to record to SD cards with the Sony A7S III. And I wanted to take advantage of ProRes RAW. This guy is gonna help me get there. This is a nice unboxing experience, I will say. Like, damn, Atomos, this is why I paid so much for it. It's got some weight to it. It's nice, it's fat. Welcome to the Atomos family. That's great to see, actually. And then it tells you what to do right away. Register your product so you can get your warranty, and then download the latest Atom OS, which is really important because it'll give you features like recording RAW on the Sony A7S III. Okay, quick start guide, cool. Gotta keep all this paperwork somewhere. What is this? Plugs, I think these are plugs. Yes, plugs for AC adapters. On the back of the Atomos is a Sony NPF mount, so this will adapt to the Sony NPF battery. I believe it just goes, let's say, just like that. Clicked in. So you can power this either through Sony NPF batteries, or you can use this out here. Although I wonder if there's a DTAP connection. There's a nice locking screw on this. So I wonder if there's a locking screw to DTAP for this monitor, and then I just run everything through it so I don't have to use the Sony NPF batteries. And it comes with a caddy for the SSD. So these record to SSDs. You know, SSDs are a dime a dozen. They are super, super inexpensive these days. And you can get about a 250 gigabyte SSD for about 50 bucks. I figure than spending money on CF Express Type A, because I don't think it's worth it for me at this point, because I don't plan to use some of the S and Q modes that need that super high data rate. I figured let's just record to SSDs, because I plan on shooting maybe 4K 60, 4K 120, and that's really about it, but mainly 4K 24. On the Atomos website, there are a list of hard drives that are approved, but I'm gonna go with the WD Blue because I find they're the best bang for your buck, and lots of great ratings on them. And these will fit into the caddy, and they'll be able to handle, I think, any data rate from Atomos or from the recorder. But double check that on the Atomos website. So SSDs, and you get 4 or 5 of these, and you're good to go. And they'll slot into this caddy, which is going to be really nice for you to attach to the recorder. Just pops. Oh. Cute. So they give you screws, but they don't give you screwdrivers. And Small Rig over here is giving you Allen keys with every damn thing. No screwdriver, huh? Oh, this feels a bit flimsy though, I will say. This feels a little flimsy, this caddy made of plastic. I don't know. Hope that holds up. And I know they sell these aftermarket as well, so I don't know about that. We gonna see. But what I'm gonna do is update everything, get it up and running, kind of see how the Sony works out, and go from there. This recorder on our little cinema mount is just gonna go into there. And now I am ready to rock and roll. Also, you're gonna need an HDMI 2.0 cable. It doesn't come with an HDMI 2.0 cable for the Atomos thing, so I got one off Amazon. I'm not paying Atomos another $120 Canadian for their cable, so I think it'll be fine. The images, you know, as long as it's HDMI 2.0. So that's pretty much it. That's gonna be the cinema rig. So what I'm actually gonna do is go through the Atomos Ninja real quick with some of the settings here. I'll actually take you through the Sony menu real quick. So when you want to record externally from the Sony A7S III, you're gonna go to the yellow tab down at the bottom, and then you're gonna go to external output. And then you're not gonna go to this first one here because I think that's for photo, but you're gonna go down to this second input here and HDMI output settings. and you can change your record media during HDMI output, which is you want to be on. You want your output resolution to match whatever is coming out of your camera. In this case, my output is going to be 1080p out of the camera. You want to record RAW with the Ninja. You're going to go to RAW output and turn that on. So that's what's going to happen when you want to record on. So I can turn the RAW output on. Now that is actually going to change here. And that gave me back to this stream and says information, HDMI RAW signal detected. ProRes RAW codec selection is required. So we're going to say okay to that. The Atomos Ninja is going to restart here. It's going to say no input or connect the device that supports RAW. That's what it says on the A7SIII. Now I can shoot in RAW, and I'll just kind of go through some of the menus here. So this has everything to do with record. You can magnify and zoom in, which is really great. You can toggle on and off your histogram. You can have different, I believe, types of histograms here. This is your vector scope, so it can tell you if you have a color chart, how accurate your colors are out of camera. I believe, I'm not sure what that one is yet. This is your zebra settings, and if you've selected zebras to turn on, and that's false color. So you can toggle your false color and set your exposure using false color. I can make a whole video about that. Then you can go into the settings of the record. So we'll start with waveform here. You can change how the waveform looks, its brightness, opacity, whatever. I'm going to leave it. You can also change focus peaking and how it looks, what colors you want to use for focus peaking. Here's where you set your zebra sensitivity. So for me, for S-Log3, I have it set to 60 for super dark screen. So that way, whatever is 60, if I use a gray card, that way I know I'm about 1.66 stops over middle gray. And that'll give me a great base to start with when I go into color grading. The next one is LUT. So like I said, custom LUTs you could upload here. Next one is monitor. So you can change this to what you want to monitor the feed in. Now this is not going to be baked into the image. Whatever you do get off the hard drive is going to be S-Log3 or whatever picture profile you shot it in. But this is just a monitor to see how your image looks. Now you can use the Rec 709 LUT, which I think is actually not a bad starting point if you're just trying to get a quick exposure or you don't have a great card or something. There's also HLG, and there's PQ and LUT. So that's if you have to go select your LUT, and then when you select LUT, that's your LUT that will be loaded. So you've got your input, and you see here you have the camera output, and this is what your camera output is. This is the output of the Ninja. So whatever you want to output out of here, you can 1080p it, whatever, pretty straightforward. Here is your record settings. Now you have a ton of codecs that you can choose from. DNx HD, which is the Avid flavor of, I guess, ProRes, and ProRes is Apple, of course. So you can go ProRes, ProRes RAW, and DNx HD. I believe there's DNx HR as well, which I don't see available here, but I'm sure there is. But it'll tell you the compression rate and record format and that sort of stuff. You can go to timecode. I tend to leave this alone unless I'm jam syncing timecode into this, and you're working with sound guys and other people. But I'll leave this alone for I'm doing on my own. You can name your files, which is really nice. You also have your audio meters, which is really great. Now the analog, I believe, is the Ninja itself, is what you input into the Ninja itself. So if you are routing something from your camera, like a microphone, over HDMI, then you want to hit record 1 and 2. So when you record, it records tracks 1 and 2, which is coming from the camera. So there's your audio settings there. So you can change your frame delay. Now there's a lot of people out there that are saying that have the Ninja with the Sony cameras, you want to set a 2 frame delay if you're routing audio from the camera into the Ninja 5. So I think that makes the most sense. And I've noticed that in some of my preliminary stuff. And you can also change the audio in, which is line level or mic level. I mean, that's if you're plugging something into the audio jack, which is on the side here. And then there's media, so you can see your media. I'm only using a 250 gig right now. I do have a few 1 terabyte ones coming along. Set your date and time, make sure that's set accurately because it'll help you keep track of stuff when you're in the edit bay. Battery, really good. Tells me your battery levels, which is really nice. I don't know what this is. And then is all the info of your recorder. So it's just a quick, very brief walkthrough. I know there's tons of walkthroughs out there on the internet for the Atomos Ninja 5. It's a pretty universal recorder and monitor. So check out some of the more detailed ones that are out there, but this is how I've sort of set it up for recording on my A7S3. Gonna be it for this one, guys. I really hope you like this video. Probably a bit of a longer one. I try to keep it concise, but there's just so much cool gear to go over. And I got really excited and I didn't want to open it yet. Because I always do that. I get really excited, I open it and then I don't film anything. And I figure this would be a cool way to kind of film things and take you through my thought process for building a cinema rig. Hope you liked this video. Subscribe, like, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.